everybody. It's Alan with Hiking the Second Half of Life. Welcome to April in Dublin, Ohio. Strange times indeed. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope they're sheltering in place. It's been really an interesting spring so far. Obviously, I thought I'd have a couple of backpacking trips under my belt by this time. The last time I went out on an overnight was when I was in Red River Gorge at the end of February. Done a couple of day hikes since then, but obviously with the shelter in place order and everything going on in the world, have not gotten out as many other people have not. Feel bad for the AT hikers and the PCT hikers that were either on trail or getting ready to go on trail and had to postpone their hikes. Hopefully things will get a little better sooner rather than later, and maybe they can get back out there. And hopefully we all can get back out there. As you can see, even Bowie's kind of feeling a little out of sorts. He's used to being outside a lot more than he has been. Though, since I've been working from home more, he has gotten an extra amount of walks in. But it's still, it's an adjustment for everyone, as they would say. During this downtime, though, I did take advantage of the annual REI sale and was able to finally complete the last piece of my sleep system upgrade. And today I want to do an unboxing of what I got from REI. In addition, I bought a little bonus item that I wasn't planning on purchasing, but the deal was too good to be true, and it's something that I always wanted. So I'll unveil that at toward the end of the video. So without further ado, I'm going to unbox my new NEMO Tensor Sleeping Pad. I've got the insulated, long, and wide. I've heard nothing but great things about this pad. I want to give out a shout out especially to Kevin Schill. I really appreciated his review of this pad, but I did see other people had gotten it and really like it. I got it for a few reasons, and I'll kind of go into detail here in a few minutes. Before I get into my new pad, I wanted to kind of talk about the pad I had been using since I started backpacking, and that's the Climate Insulated Static V. A couple things about this pad. First of all, I do like this pad, especially for the price point. It's got a great value for what you pay for it. It's actually has a pretty good R value on it, and for the most part, it's pretty comfortable. But however, being a side sleeper and being a bigger guy, it's had some drawbacks for me. I wasn't always getting a great night's sleep, and I would roll off of it. But I do like this pad, and I know a lot of people that own it, like it, and I can't say bad things about it. I just needed to upgrade my comfort level a bit. Let me talk about the comparisons between the two. The Climate Insulated Static V comes in at 24 ounces or 680 grams. Its dimensions are 72 inches by 23 inches wide, and it's 2.5 inches thick. And it has an R value of 4.4. I can speak from experience that this does pretty well in cold weather, having slept on it into the teens. In fact, you can tell the R value is pretty good because I've rolled off it a few times, and you can tell the difference when you hit the ground. So overall, like I said, this pad does a really nice job. It's a very good 3-season pad, and like I said, you can take it into the teens and feel confident and not being too cold at night. Now I'm going to unbox my new NEMO Tensor insulated pad. As you can see, it packs down pretty well. Now we'll see how well I'm able to fold it back up and put it back in the stuff sack, but it is quite a bit smaller packed down than my Climate one was, so it's going to be nice to have a little bit less space taken up in my pack. A little bit about the Tensor. Like I said, I got the long and the wide. I'm a tad under 6 feet tall, and obviously I'm a bigger guy, so I wanted a little more room for me on the pad, a little room to move. I flip and flop as I turn. I just got my new quilt, so hoping now that this will give me a little bit more wiggle room as I'm flopping around, plus it'll give me a little more room at my feet to make sure that I stay warm and that I'm comfortable all night long. Let's see what we have here. Should have taken my glasses off. There we go. Like I said, it looks like it packs down pretty compact. It's got a nice Velcro strip to wrap around it to put it back in. Like I said, first time around, we'll see. Another thing about this is it has the self-inflating bag, the pump sack I should say. Now for today I'm actually going to try to blow it up. I'm curious to see how many breaths it's going to take, but most likely I'll be bringing the pump sack with me in the field, save myself the energy, but just for the sake of testing it out compared to the Climate. I blew the Climate up a few minutes before I made the video. Usually takes me about 22, 23 breaths to blow it up. So today I'm gonna blow up the Tensor to see how many breaths it takes and to see how it is comparison side by side with the Climate. All right, a little bit of a head rush after that. I will say it took me a little bit longer to blow up the NEMO than it took me to blow up the Climate. I have them here next to each other, side by side. I guess I have to move the camera a little bit, so excuse me. So you can get them all in. Obviously you can see the Tensor is quite a bit longer and it's noticeably higher off the ground than the Climate is. I'm really impressed with how it looks right now. I guess the best thing I can do is give it the lay down test. Okay, first we're going to do the Climate. Like I said, I've slept on this multiple nights. I think it's a good pad. It just didn't give me quite the comfort that I was looking for. So let's go ahead and lay on it. Said I fit on the pad well. One thing I don't like about the Climate, again, is it has the valve right by your head. So when you're sleeping, you have to worry about that. Like I said, and I fit on it, but there's not a lot of room side to side. So I roll off quite a bit, and that's happened to me in the field, and it just covers me long enough. But again, the R value is good. I've always been warm in it, and for what you get as far as the price point, it's a really, really solid pad. Now let's try the Tensor. Okay, immediately I notice the difference. I feel like I'm actually off the ground. I'm not touching the ground at all. And I probably don't have it inflated fully. I probably could inflate it a little bit more. Obviously, as you can see, plenty of room. I'm going to put my head at the top, plenty of room at the bottom, side to side. I can flip around, and it's pretty darn comfortable. This is sweet. This is I think this is what I'm looking for. Now the R value on this is lower, so we'll see if, when it gets a little cooler out, if I notice that difference at all. But overall, immediate noticeably different. Not only just in the size, it's, obviously that speaks for itself, but I can feel the comfort different right now. And like I said, I have not. I don't think I have it inflated fully. I have it probably inflated 95%. Obviously, I gave you the specs on the Climate. The specs on the NEMO Tensor is that it weighs 21 ounces, so it's 3 ounces less, or 959 grams. The dimensions are 76 inches by 25 inches wide by 3 inches thick. It has an R value of 3.5, and I know from in the past that NEMO had not put R values out, but now everyone's complying and listing their R values. So this is the first time that I'm aware of this year, was the first time that they actually put an R value on it. So 3.5 should be decent. Like I said, for most of the backpacking I do, I'm not doing full 4 seasons, and if I did, I'd probably help myself out a little bit, put some insulation underneath it. But for the 3-season backpacking I do, that should be sufficient as far as keeping me warm. I like the rectangular shape. Obviously, you can tell the difference between that and the Climate. And like I said, for me, bigger guy, gives myself a little bit more room as far as it goes. It's going to take up a little more room in the tent, but I still have plenty of room inside the good old Lanchan 2. I will say that I will be using the pump sack in the field, because that was a little bit of work, and after a long day of hiking, it'll be nice. So I'll be more than happy to carry this little bit of extra weight with me with regard to my new pad. So I'm excited. I'm hoping that maybe in May we can all get back out there and go backpacking. I actually could probably go out for an overnight. Wayne National Forest here in Ohio still is letting dispersed camping go on, so I've toyed with the idea of sneaking out, maybe going down to Archer's Fork and doing an overnight. But we'll see. This week the weather's actually it's cold, so it's kind of we're 20 degrees below normal. In fact, I was just outside and it was sleeting and it's a little bit of snow. So April in Ohio, you know, it changes from 5 minutes to 5 minutes, but this week it's actually been kind of chilly out. So I guess shelter in place when the weather's not great isn't terrible, though we're all getting cabin fever. Though I was only planning on getting the sleeping pad when I was doing the REI sale, I stumbled upon an item that I just couldn't pass up. So without further ado, I'm going to show you what I got. I was actually on the REI outlet site and I was just flitting around because, you know, they had 25% off of one regular price item, which I got the Tensor, and then 20% off of an outlet item. So I wanted to see if there was anything that was marked down that caught my eye, and surprisingly, and it surprised myself a little bit, and I was pleasantly surprised at what the price was, I found this. I got a backpacking chair. I'm part of the backpacking chair world. I got the Heliox Chair 1. Wasn't planning on getting it. I was leaning toward getting a chair this year, but was not planning on it. I just couldn't turn it down. It was already marked down like over 25%, like 27% off the regular price. And then I got the additional 20% off of it. So I basically got it for half off. So I just couldn't, I had to pull the trigger. I leaned toward getting a chair 0. Obviously there's a difference in weight, about a pound. This weighs about 2 pounds. I'll put the specs up on the video. But you know, there's also a weight limit difference as far as goes. You know, I've actually dropped quite a bit of weight this year and I'm happy about that. And it was going to be my reward to myself anyway to get a chair. But you know, this gives me a little more peace of mind, even though I'm carrying around another pound in my pack. It's definitely something that I guess I can sacrifice a little weight somewhere else. So I'm not going to sit there and have you guys watch me set this up, but I am going to set it up and then finish the video. Okay, it's all set up. Let's test it out. Oh yeah, this is, now we're talking. Now we're going to be ready for camp. Well, I think I'm set. I think I've got everything I need for this backpacking season. I've already got a few things kind of in a cart for some other items, but for the big stuff, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I hope you all are too. I know it's been a hard time for everybody. I hope everyone stays safe. I hope everyone's healthy. So when we finally get the green light to start opening the world back up, we can all get back outside, hopefully run into each other on trail, or get able to tell stories about the things we're doing. If you are out there, be careful. Like I said, social distancing, it's the real deal. I'm fortunate enough that I'm actually still working and my company is considered essential, and my role is, so I've been working the whole time, and I'm working from home most of the time, but I work from home a couple days a week, so it's not a big deal. But I want to thank everyone for watching my video. Please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. You know, I'm creeping up on 500 subscribers, so it's kind of interesting that many people want to watch a guy from the Midwest kind of hanging out doing backpacking stuff. But for those of you that have subscribed, I appreciate you. I thank you for everything. Everybody, be safe, and I'll see you on the trail. Have a great day.